Over the past couple of weeks, we have talked about the 18th century hair, makeup and fashion trends you can see on the Hulu original show Harlots. And if you love the show and the period as much as I do, then I have good news for you, because today I have partnered up with them to show you how to get the look of the Welsh girls in modern day-to-day life. So we're going to take a couple of the very typical 18th century trends and implement them into a modern wearable outfit. So I'm going to start with the makeup. We're going to stick to the basics of the 18th century but pull it to the 21st century. So I'm going to start by applying a foundation in my own skin color, blend everything out nicely, make sure my skin is all even. And then I'm going to apply some concealer wherever I need it. For me it's my dark circles, so I'm going to cover those up. A layer of powder will finish off my face makeup, and we're ready to move on to the eyebrows. So I'm going to fill in my eyebrows and I'm going to make them nice and dark, kind of following the 18th century fashion, but I'm going to keep them very kind of modern shaped. So I'm just going to do the shape I would do on a regular day-to-day basis. And then I'm going to set them with a little bit of eyebrow gel to make sure they don't go anywhere. And I'm going to keep my eye makeup really simple, again to kind of stay in the whole 18th century vibe. I'm only going to use a little bit of mascara on my top and bottom lashes, so I'm going to curl them and then apply a few coats of mascara until my lashes look nice and full. So moving on to the cheeks, I am going to use a rosy blush like they would have in the 18th century, but to give it a modern twist I'm going to use one with a golden shimmer. And I'm going to apply this on the apples of my cheeks mainly, but then blend it out backwards rather than downwards like they would have done in the 18th century. So last step for the face makeup is the lips. So I'm going to take this burgundy colored lipstick and I'm going to apply it very lightly, just using my fingers. I'm going to tap it into my lips and this is going to give a very natural kind of stain-like effect. Okay, so that's the makeup done. Really simple, really wearable. So moving on to the hair. Now, 18th century hair is huge and flamboyant, so we're going to tone it down a bit. I am going to start by spraying my hair with a little bit of heat protector and then curling it with a thin curling wand. Now I'm just going to curl my hair all over. And when everything is curled, I'm going to separate out a section of hair in the front, which is going to form my poof, and all of the rest of my hair I'm going to pull up into a high ponytail on the crown of my head. Just secure this with a hair elastic. So I'm going to go back to that front hair and just tease this a little bit, and I'm going to create a poof, kind of just work with this hair, mold it into a poof shape that I like, and then I'm going to pin it back to the base of my ponytail in the back of my head. So if you're doing anything 18th century inspired, of course you have to have the little curl going down the side of your neck. So I'm going to pull a little thin strand of hair out from my ponytail that's going to go over the side, kind of over one shoulder, and I'm going to keep it nice and small so that it looks more modern and not like the heavy 18th century curl you would get back then. I'm going to take all of my curls that I have in my ponytail right now, just run my fingers through them to loosen them up a little bit, and then I'm going to do something very similar to what I did in the 18th century hair tutorial. I'm going to arrange my curls one by one and just pin them somewhere where I think they look nice. And I'm going to do this until I've created a beautiful curly top knot. I decided to also pull out a few pieces in the front of my hair just to give it a little bit of a modern touch again, and then I'm going to spray everything down with hairspray to make sure it lasts all day. Okay, so moving on to the outfit. Now I am going to go for more of a Welsh look today, so I'm going to use deeper kind of berry tones, darker colors. So I have this dress, really anything that has a deep jewel tone and kind of a square deep neckline will work perfectly for an 18th century style. Now I have a dress here, but you could just combine a top with a skirt. Whatever you have on hand that kind of gives off this vibe is good enough. I paired it with a set of black tights and some ballet flats. If you want to be a little bit more authentic, you could wear some low heels, which were worn a lot in the 18th century. And of course, I have to accessorize with a choker. Ladies in the 18th century, especially kind of lower class ladies, would often wear ribbons as necklaces. So if you wanted to go for a more Quigley inspired look, that's really simple to do. Just wear all creams and whites and pastel colors and you're all good. It is so much fun to bring a little bit of the flamboyancy from the Harlots era into modern day life. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out Harlots, which is now streaming on Hulu. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!